Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ashley and today we're going to be doing the first update in my Pan Those Eyeshadows project pan. For those of you that are new, welcome. I hope that you'll consider subscribing before you leave, and certainly if you enjoy this video, I hope that you'll give it a thumbs up. I do a lot of project panning, but I also do hauls, empties, get ready with me's, all kinds of cool fun stuff. So if that is your sort of interest, then you are in the right place. The Pan Those Eyeshadows project pan was actually created by Alexy a few years ago. As always, she will be linked in my description box below. She started this a few years ago. Then she took a little bit of a break, and interestingly enough, when she took a little bit of a break is really when this project caught fire. I mean, everybody started doing it because it was such a brilliant concept. And this year, Alexy has come back into Pan Those Eyeshadows, so tons of people out there working on this project. Essentially, what you do is you randomize however many eyeshadows you want to work on and go from there. The first year that I did this, I only used my discontinued and limited edition palettes. Last year I did my entire collection, and then this year I'm focusing on my singles. So let's talk about the shadows that I have in this project. I do always keep track of how many usages I have had so that I have an idea of how long it takes me to hit pan, which is typically going to be my goal for these shadows. Now, with that being said, I will go ahead and just have a spoiler alert. I don't have any new pan this month. I kind of forgot to think about the fact that all of my single eyeshadows are close to being brand new. I don't think that all of them are completely brand new, but they've only had a handful of usages on most of them. So I am working from the top. Additionally, single eyeshadows in many cases tend to be a little bit larger, meaning they contain a little bit more product than what you get in many eyeshadow palettes. So I've definitely given myself a bit of a challenge this year, which is totally fine because I am up for it. So I do keep all of my shadows in this little magnetic palette here. And this is what we have here. Don't pay attention to this one. This is from my Deck of Panning project pan. So let's go through each of these. Let me tell you how many times I used it, and hopefully I will be popping in some selfies that I took of some of the looks that I created. I tried really hard to remember to do that this time around. So let's go ahead and start from the top. So the first, woo, that was nearly very dangerous. The first shadow in this project is this absolute stunner right here. This is from Terra Moon's Cosmetics. This is the shade Light Year, and I hope you can see that there is a little bit of a dip going on, not much. This is a very soft shadow. It does not take a lot of pressure to pick up quite a bit on your finger. And my goal on this one is just to use it 5 times because this is a very unique, very special shadow, and I'm not trying to blow through it. So this is what the swatch itself looks like. I'm trying to catch all of the different reflex in there because there's a lot going on, and I want to make sure that you can see it. It was my goal to use this 5 times. I used it 3. So I feel like that is a really good start. So that means I've got 2 left, and I have loved using this eyeshadow. It is so amazing. It is so amazing. I actually wore it in the video that I filmed for my for my empties. I don't know if that's gone up yet or not. I can't remember where I had intended to post that video, but I filmed it yesterday. So it is absolutely beautiful. Every time I use it, I pair it with a different shadow. It's really, really pretty here on my hand with no base at all, but when you layer it over a different eyeshadow, it just transforms it. It is really a stunning eyeshadow. So the next shadow that I brought into this project is from ColourPop. It is the shadow called Too Much. It is a matte with a crap ton of gold glitters in it. I really dislike the gold glitters. They just get everywhere and they don't really serve a purpose for the look. I have heard from other people that oftentimes glitters are added to mattes to help them blend better. I don't really know if that is a thing or not, but I definitely do my shadow first. So this is what it looks like. I have to say, for all of my complaining about the glitter, the shadow itself, I have fallen 100% in love with. The tone of this shadow is outstanding. This shade of purple, it's just beautiful. You would think in the pan that once you try to apply it to the eye, oftentimes purples on me will turn kind of magenta. This stays a very true grape jelly purple, and I love it. It is absolutely beautiful. I've had so much fun using this shadow. I've paired it with a lot of looks, and I've used it 10 times since introducing it into this project. That may not seem like a lot to some people, but I am panning a lot of different eyeshadows across a lot of different projects. So 10 uses is actually pretty darn great because that is a third of the month. So that's awesome. So yeah, definitely going to be in here a while. This one I do want to hit pan on, and it will be a little bit because ColourPop eyeshadows, they're some pretty deep pans, to be quite honest with you. So that's hanging on. The next shadow took me completely by surprise. So this is some random no-name shadow that's in my collection. I don't know what brand it is, but it has the word Shell printed on the back. I will try to get you a swatch, but I doubt you'll be able to see it. The only thing that I've been able to use this for is a brow bone highlight. It really has no real color to it. I'm building it up quite substantially with my finger, so you might be able to see it, but when applied just under normal circumstances, it has really no color to it. It's just kind of a shimmery, softly pinky purple, which is fine, and I use it, like I said, to blend out my kind of crease to brow bone, especially with ColourPop's Too Much. Those two pair gorgeously together, but it is shockingly dense. I have used this 15 times, so I am halfway to the point where I can roll it out, and it does not look used at all. Like, even where I just like rubbed my finger all in it, like, look at this. It looks like a brand new shadow. I'm going to hit that 30 usage mark, and you're not even gonna be able to tell that I did anything. That shadow will last forever in my collection, like, shockingly. One of the shades that I am wearing today is this one right here from Adept Cosmetics. As you can see, I have a lovely little dip going on in her. This is in the shade ACS, which is Adept Cosmetics Shimmer, and then 26. So this is an absolutely stunning shade. I really have been enjoying my Adept Cosmetics formula, but this is a cool toned bronzy shade. It's got kind of a green glint to it, and it's beautiful. I really love it so much. I have it on today with the next shadow that I'm going to talk about paired over top of it, and it's just so foiled and lovely. Like, this formula is so good. It really is so good. The next shadow that I have in this project is this right here. This is Green Valley from Colored Rain. Like I said, this is what I have paired over top of my Adept Cosmetics. I used this 5 times since the introduction. And again, this is definitely a tone and a shade that I really enjoy. Getting kind of crazy with these swatches. I did not do them justice. They're kind of like leaning. Anyway, I really do love that shadow very much, but as I've said with the other ones, I have a long ways to go before I hit pan. I have a sneaking suspicion that I am going to hit my 30 usage marks more often than I'm going to hit pan this year, which is surprising. The last shadow that I have in this project is this one right here. This is from Sydney Grace. It is in the shade Glitz and Glamour. I have a goal of using this one 15 times because I was afraid to use it more than that because I love this shade so stinking much. It is really just stunning. It's on the bottom there because I am not very good at swatching today, apparently. I used this one 5 times, so I am a third of the way to where I want to be as far as goals go. So, not a very interesting update, unfortunately. I don't have anything new to be rolling in, but I really enjoyed playing with these shadows, and I'm excited to see what next month brings us. So with that, let me know, how do you feel about this update? How do you feel about this format? Are you cool with me doing the single shadows? Do you think that I should kind of spice it up a little bit, since I do have concern that I'm not going to hit a lot of pan this year? I would love to know all of your thoughts down in the comments below. And also, if you are working on this project, please let me know so that we can support one another. Thank you for spending some time with me today. I hope that you're having an amazing day, and I will see you next time. Bye.